we now officially start our adult life as Dhakh, the new leader of the standard of Maxakid. But he doesn't know who Maxak even is. Of course, he knows he's his father, but he never got to know him at all. Maxak died when Dhakh was only 1 year old. He was very unconfrontational. It wasn't necessarily out of cowardice. It was more out of just choosing the easy way out whenever he could. Now, it's interesting to think, like, how, from Dhakh's perspective, how he would see his father. Right after Maxak died, everyone else in the camp left. The only other person that was left was Daria, Dhakh's mother and wife of Maxak. Who else would be telling the story of Maxak than Daria? She's the only one there. She is the educator. She was the educator of Dhakh. So I assume he gets his perspective. He gets his image of his father from his mother's perspective. And from his mother's perspective, I would think that she saw his reluctance towards resistance as cowardice. And for the most part, even though they loved each other, even though they were very close, I feel like she saw his laziness, his laziness to our perspective, as cowardice. So I suspect that he probably has an image of his father as a coward, other than that final moment where he actually had, at least to Darius' perspective, a moment of bravery. Actually showed bravery for once in his life, where he held the line against bandits with Dhakh, and unfortunately died in doing so. But at the very least, what we know is that he died with honor. He died defending his camp and defending us. And I think that is our final impression of our father. We never got to see him. We saw him in our infancy. So, I mean, we essentially wouldn't remember his face. We wouldn't know who he looks like at all. What matters most is what he did in his final breath. And in his final breath, he died trying to defend us. And actually, he did. He died defending us. We survived, at least my mother and me. And that is brave. What matters most, I'd say, going forward for the legacy of the Maxakid line and our descendants, and the descendants of Dhakh and Maxak, are Dhakh's perspective on Maxak, his impressions, because that will define forever the house of Maxakid. But anyways, now that we are... holding is occupied. I can't even go to the holding now, unfortunately. Well, now that we are an adult, let's make our first decision. What should we do as an adult now? I think first and foremost, we are going to meditate in seclusion. I think we're going to take our time. We have become an adult. We're going to take our time to think about our next moves. We're going to take our time to think about everything so far, like our childhood and our father, and then we'll go from there. All right? We have secluded ourselves. Let's see. I mean, we can't do anything right now because this holding is under siege. So I think we move. I think we leave. Now, we do know Pamiri, so I don't think we're going to go westwards. I don't think we're going to go back over to the west. We know Pamiri. Let's just go to another Pamiri province. Let's go over to, I'm not sure where we want to go. How about we go to Wakan? And hopefully the local ruler has something for us to do. Let's visit the local castle holding. See if there's anything for us to do. Scholarly work. That is good for us. Exactly what we want. Transcribe texts. Okay. Well, let's get to work. I have a pet dog as well. Not only do I have a cat, but I also have a dog. Look at that. Oh, my cat died. We're actually traveling to the capital of Guge, which, yeah, they don't look to be doing very well. But we're going to Tibet. We're going to Tibet, and we're just gonna travel around and see the scenery as we come back. The Wandering Knights. So walk through the streets, there's a loud ruckus by one of the market stalls with two men yelling at one another. Before we can make our way there, a man has already stepped in between and talked them down. See, it'll be fine. He tells the man in the stall with a smile and hands him a coin, and with that simple act of kind generosity, everything returns to normalcy. He turns to us as we approach. No banner or mark telling me of any liege lord, perhaps a wandering knight. Trim my camp, an honorable knight, for sure. Oh, danger life. Ah, and the local ruler here came to my aid. Well, thank you very much. I shall remember this. I've been warned that Kjarwe Bonpos practice human sacrifice, but never had I imagined that I would be the bear witness to such a sacrifice. On a stone altar, I see a woman stripped nude, laminated to the surface with tightly wound ropes. I simply can't believe what I'm witnessing. She pulsates rapidly with each rapid breath, her bloody eyes pleading with me to interfere. I watch helplessly, longing to stay the knife and postpone her journey to oblivion. This is very interesting. Do they actually do human... Oh, I don't think he would let this slide. I don't think he could bear witness to such a thing. We'll save her. Alright, we've completed our contract. And now we turn back to Gilgit's. We're going to go travel to these other points of interest. The remote Lung Nak Valley, a day's walk from the nearest major settlement, is home to Puktal Monastery, a religious complex built around a large natural cave on a cliff. It is said that many realized spiritual masters have resided in this cave over the centuries, starting with the direct disciples of the Buddha. The area is also home to a sacred spring and a medical clinic. Those are crazy bonuses, by the way. The high altitude and the brisk air of Padum has a very refreshing quality as we traverse the local hill fort. Soldiers in the valley below appear to be practicing some rare type of training technique I haven't seen before. I move in closer, failing to restrain my curiosity. While doing so, I am approached by the local captain. Would you like to join in, my lord? I'm not really a martially minded person, but I guess knowing techniques and fighting in this local terrain would be helpful. And we gain rough terrain expert. Okay. Shocked by the commotion, I whip around. Instead of Triloki walking behind me, there's only an equally befuddled and tired face of Jangchup standing in front of freshly turned rocks. Where is Triloki? I demand to know, my voice barely escaping my dry mouth. The only response is a faint whistling of the wind. Triloki, Triloki, we will save you. Oh, you know, I'm trying to attempt a mountain rescue. This is very dangerous. Many will perish. Many will perish, but will I perish? It'll be in our prayers. Oh, God. He could just simply leave him to die. Oh, I don't think he would do that. I do not think he would do that. Then he would just be doing the same thing his father would do. But would he put everyone else at risk for just one life? What if others die? What if more die? I think he's going to use his rationale. Of course, it could be seen as cowardice. How could this be cowardice? It is risking significantly more people for the life of one. Unfortunately, he will be in our prayers. And a bodyguard shows up. Oh, this is the guy that trained me, actually. Okay, that's a lot of money. But I can give you... Yeah, sure, you can be my bodyguard. You trained me. The least I could do is bring you into my camp as my bodyguard. And Jangchup, I guess, can now be my caravan master. We've now visited the capital of Kashmir, of the Kingdom of Kashmir. Who's ruling here, actually? Maharaja Sipatajayapida II, 13 years old. He's Trika Shivite. The Katsaraj temples are an ancient site, established in prehistoric times as a place of religious significance. The Hindu god Krishna is said to have laid the foundations of the temple, with a circular pond in the middle recorded in Hindu sacred texts as being created by the tears of the god Shiva. And is it on the map? I think it is, actually, yeah. Built centuries ago by Buddhist peoples in the 2nd century after Christ, Mankiala Stupa was erected to commemorate an incarnation of Prince Sattva, who sacrificed himself on this very spot to feed 7 hungry tiger cubs. That is crazy. Okay, that's actually insane. It's very, very selfless, extremely selfless thing to do, but, like, that's also insane. That's just going against every survival instinct you have. I'm sitting at the local tavern, enjoying a good drink, when a woman comes up to me. It seems she does not recognize me, but given I find her oddly enthusiastic demeanor amusing, I don't reveal myself for now. Can I help you with something? I ask her. Yes, I'd like to talk about Kermastabag, she says. When I gesture for her to continue, she says, Kermastabag speaks to us all, but we never listen. Go to the local fire temple. Read the Avesta. Praise Kermastabag. Yeah, I mean, we are generally a very pious man. We do also worship the Yazata of Rashnu. Interesting, we meet a Zoroastrian woman in India here, in a predominantly Shivite realm. But okay. Cool. Yeah. Why do that every day? Praise be to Kermastabag. Thank you very much. Scattered throughout Upper Tibet are mysterious ancient pillars, some of which are arrayed in desolate areas far from civilization. Usually, people avoid them, for fear of unleashing their destructive powers. However, sometimes we supplicate the deities associated with the pillars, to earn their favor and gain great benefits. In Upper Tibet, pillars are a conspicuous part of the ancient pre-Buddhist landscape. They may have been erected for various religious or political functions, but were no longer constructed after the conquest of Zhangzhun by Tibet around the 7th or 8th centuries. There are a variety of local legends explaining why they exist, such as the belief that they magically appeared in prehistorical times, or were constructed by heroes or rulers of yore, to being funerary monuments or for worship. It is believed that these pillars were invested with special powers by the gods, so they are generally avoided unless one intends to supplicate to the gods at them. Prepare offerings of butter and incense. Scattered across Upper Tibet are mysterious ancient pillars. Some say they spontaneously appeared at the dawn of time. Others say that they were erected to control hostile spirits. Yet others say that these monuments honor bygone kings and heroes. Associated with mighty deities, these pillars are avoided due to their destructive power, unless one wants to riskily supplicate to these very deities to receive their blessings. I'm visiting pillars of this kind in Gilgit. After Mobeds performs some prayers, I leave offerings of crystals, butter, incense, and other precious objects, and ask the deities for aid with. I think I'd go for intellect and spiritual growth. Deities do not appear to respond to any implication, to any supplication. That's unfortunate, I guess. Okay, I think it's time for us to leave now. We've been in Gilgit for a while. Oh, actually, seems that the realm has unified once again. Before we leave, let's look at our roll of patrons here and see if we can make some requests before we go. Nope. Nope, you will not give me anything. Okay. What about you? Yes. I would like some golds before I go. Thank you very much. And now, where do we go next? The Zunbills are growing even more. They're going into... Is it Sind? The Sind region, yes. I think we're going to go over there and visit them. They're also Turco-Hafilite. They also speak East Iranian. So, after we've traveled together for a while, I have noticed that there's just something about Shabazz. He seems to know the weirdest things, often ending up in curious conversations with those around him. He comes very close to heresy with some of his thoughts, often questioning what the rest of us take for granted. And yet I cannot help but feel he is right with a lot of his opinions. I'd like to hear more about what you know. Become a wise man. Dhakh is known for his unconventional but practical approach to religion. Here we go, people. Let's tighten the watch. And Shangchup died? No, she didn't. Faramez has died. Great. Dragged away, torn apart, and presumably eaten by some mysterious nighttime monster. You've arrived in Gaza, and immediately there's something here for us to do. Transcribe text. Alright, let's get to work. And the Zunbills were successful in their incursion into the Sind region. Wow, yeah, this is really interesting to see. The Zunbills are clearly doing very well for themselves, while it seems, honestly, in Iran, at least central Iran, the Muslims are not doing too good. The Safavids have faced many defeats from both the Turks and the Zunbills. The Tahirids are in a weak spot, but they're holding on. They're really holding on. The Gurids here still remain Buddhist, The Samanids have been in a succession war for the longest time, I think. Okay. Yeah, okay. The Samanid realm is extremely unstable. What is going on here? You are now a suzerain, or a vassal, to Olga's nomads. Islam in Iran is not looking very good at all. The rulers over here are Faradunis. These aren't even Muslims. There are still some strong holdouts, but for now, Islam is on the back foot, it seems. Wow, they're merely in another war. They're expanding even more. Our journey is violently interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh and gnashing jaws, and the desperate cries of a man about to meet his end. The noise is so horrific it must have come from the depths of hell. Attempting to track the source, we find a desperate champion struggling with a wild lion. His blade is wedged between the beast's jaws, but his grip is beginning to falter. Hashtuma the Craven. Another craven man. He is just, however. He's a zealous Buddhist. He's Turco-Heptalite. He is a hunchback, so he's not really good at fighting, but he is good at commanding. You know what? Let's help him. We beat the lion. Wow. Okay. Awesome. Did he join my court? Oh, he didn't join my court, unfortunately. I thought... Well, I honestly did not expect to win that. Oh, wow. Look at the African realm. It's splintered. You're no longer a king. You no longer hold the kingdom title. Oh, wait, no. They never held the kingdom title. I don't know why. I thought they did, actually. The realm is split, though. They are very, very weak, actually. I'm sure Maxak, if given the chance, would probably go back. But does Dhakh want this? I don't know if he really cares to rule. But maybe he sees the writing on the walls. The Samanids, extremely weak, going through constant succession wars. The African realm is in shambles. The Safarids are also weak. The Taharids aren't much of a threat. The only Ithna Asharis in the region. The Azrakites here have a stronghold and are still doing well for themselves. I think we're a long way away from ruling. I'm not sure if he even knows of the situation in Khwarazm to begin with, but he probably hears stories and tales of what's going on, but he's lived his life as a wanderer so far, and I think he will remain a wanderer. Maybe I don't want you to become a stooge, but what happened? What's going on? Oh no. Your husband was the ruler of Bashin. Where is that? Here. And your daughter is now imprisoned by Firuz. And in the dungeons even. That's horrible. That's completely unjust. You like, it's a child. Why are you putting her in the dungeons? I'm more neutral to her. She really likes me. Charismatic negotiator, strategist, gardener, and an architect. Actually, she'd be pretty useful in my camp. I don't want her to be my stooge, though. Yeah, you may join. I guess you'll be my stooge. I don't really want you to be my stooge, but okay. This is the hand you were dealt. I'm sorry. Actually, no. Yeah, I'll fire you. You don't need to be my stooge. Just follow me. You can just be a follower. Actually, you have a lot of money. Where did you get all this? I guess you were, yeah, married to a ruler. If you want to marry this man, go ahead and marry the man. You have the money to pay for it. Go ahead. Let's build up a reference corpus. Marzaban Tugar flips through the pages of the manuscript, stopping to contemplate a piece from each page. I'll say. He turns and gently hands the manuscript to his attendant. Have you seen this? I may just put this on display. Such a mind-boggling piece of scripture. Softly applauding, he leans in mischievously. I particularly liked that piece of marginalia. Well done. Enjoy your rewards. And do let me know if ever you find yourself back in Urgun. I proudly stretch and nod. Alright, we can do two things actually. We can hold a mystical communion. Let's go ahead and do that. It seems that my slightly unusual religious habits are catching more and more people's attentions. That is hardly a problem. They couldn't hope to understand what I'm doing. But the whispers say that I am doing things behind closed doors, and that people should keep an eye out. If I am open and welcoming, perhaps they would understand? Maturity missionaries haunt Mahayana communities. We seek a skilled negotiator or an intimidating thug to deal with these heathens. Islam has definitely gained a lot more followers in this region. In Khwarazm, it's still predominantly Zoroastrian, but specifically in, I think this would be Bukhara, or Sogdiana, and Fargana region, majority Muslim here. Oh, there's Alevis here, apparently? So it is definitely spreading. I don't know, would we take this? Do we really have I don't think personally we have an issue with Islam, but what we do have an issue with is the rulers of the Samanids. Clearly, there is lots of turmoil, lots of instability, and all we've known about the Samanid realm, essentially, is that it is extremely unstable. There's barely been a stable moment. Clearly, I feel, as the reason to this being, I feel possibly that this must be Khwarazmian's doing. Let's look a bit closer here. Let's look at control. Look at these lands. Very low on control in a lot of places. Khwarazm isn't doing too bad, but there are places that are also very, very low control. Devastated by instability and conflict. He believes that the instability that has hit these regions is due to Islamic rule. Now, personally, he doesn't have an issue with Islam itself, but clearly these lands are the lands of Khwarazmian. The only stable areas in the kingdom, actually, are in the south, where it's majority Buddhist. It definitely motivates Dhakh to go back into Sogdia and maybe even back to Khwarazm, or actually, not even back to Khwarazm, go to Khwarazm for the first time in his life to see what it looks like. He does adhere to the culture, but he has lived he spent his childhood amongst the Pamiris. Yeah, I think we're going to take this contract. A delegation of faithful Mahayanas visit my camp, presenting a plea to rile the blood. O mighty master Dhakh, they say, we are just a collection of poor bhikkhus. Day and night we are harangued, I have no idea, by missionaries sent from Vaj, by Amir Sugand. We've been forced to flee here, for in our home, the Mufti Hussein himself works evils. He converts those he nabs by force. Our impressions of him are only what we get from the bhikkhus that come from us, the Buddhist bhikkhus of the region, and they definitely do tell us about the zealous and sadistic Sugand, who, I mean, I'm not surprised, who is allegedly forcibly converting the pops of the region. The ragged refugees are on their knees in desperation. In Allah's name, in Siddhartha's, save us. Try halting Mufti Hussein. You travel to stop. I'll speak with Sugand's capital to convince him to recall. Stop. Okay, so, but who would I confront here? I would probably confront the ruler himself. Yeah. Also, did you see that? 30 learning. That's insane. I think it's best we go straight to the source. We go straight to the one who is enacting these forced conversions. Go to the Emir himself and try to convince him to recall Mufti Hussein. As well, this is very important to us as well, this site, this region, because we have our holy site here in Azwaj, holy site of Takht-i-Sangin. So not only are there Buddhists here, but there are also various Zoroastrians. And the holding specifically of Azwaj is now plurality Maturidi. We actually really do not like him either, personally. I mean, even though we don't technically know him, we don't like him. We really don't like him. He's sadistic, murderer. He's a murderer. Who did he kill? A family member. He killed his own brother. After some disruptive pulling of strings in Vash, I secure myself an audience with Emir Sugand. Emir, I say, on behalf of Asa and the Mahayanas of your land, I come before you. Your Mufti Hussein committed despicable acts against their community and deserves punishment. Would such justice not surely be the way of your Allah? Sugand frowns. Indeed, I am no tyrant. I will heed your petition in full, and only then will I decide the fate of my Mufti and all Mahayanas in my realm. Mahayanas should govern themselves. Okay, your people should learn to coexist. I feel like, given the circumstances, I wouldn't propose the idea that they should govern themselves, regardless of if I believe that they should or not. It's definitely better for the realm as a whole that they learn to coexist. You will gain religious tolerance. Integration halted. People should learn to coexist. You didn't convince Emir Sugand. Questioned my faith. Huh. I failed. People really don't like him either. He has harsh rule. This is horrible, actually. Fortunately, we return home to Ghazna in shame. But just before that, we will visit the Buddha's Famyan. And it's interesting. I mean, it's not in the hands of Buddhists themselves. It's not in the hands of Mahayanas. It's in the hands of the Zunists, who I presume are... Yeah, they have Eastern syncretism, so they are syncretized with the Mahayanas in the region. A Samanid? Absolutely not. Your lineage, your line, has brought instability to the region of Sogdia. Yeah, No. Go away. Oh, we get this again? For some reason? Why did we get this again? I think that's bugged. I don't think we were supposed to get this again. Oh, wait, what? Okay. It worked? Gained religiously protected. Okay. Who gains religiously protected, though? There are no Buddhist ruler here, so, like, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. Like, nothing's changed. And it's not like he stops converting them. That was weird. And then we have another one, Silence Missionaries. Again. I think we're gonna move. I think we move into the Samanid realm. We move back. We want to be closer to the Buddhists, so we can help them as much as possible. So let's go over to Bajlo and sit there with a relative to Sugand. Hopefully, maybe we can get his help to help us convince him to be less harsh to his subjects. Tomb Raiders. This is an injustice, but I have no time for this. I have bigger things to worry about. So now the arrival is none other than Huvishka, a dangerous criminal wanted by a nearby ruler, Wali Ismail. Okay. Knowing before and there was about to his hand, Huvishka proceeded to offer me his services in a trade-off for protection. It is clear this person is talented and will be a very nice asset for my operation, but the path ahead forks in different directions. He is a criminal, but what did he do? Exactly. Possibly was his crime simply just being a Zoroastrian? Who are you? You're compassionate, humble, just. We really don't like him. He's an adulterer. He supports the Caliph. He's also a deviant. I don't know. Thus condemning him to certain death. He pays me 69 gold. Nice. That's a lot. I spend piety. Yeah, he is a... I guess it's because he's a Zoroastrian. What was his crime? Accept him and try to soothe Ismail's humors. You know what? He's Zoroastrian. I suspect that his only crime was simply being who he is, a Zoroastrian. He is vengeful and brave. I'm gonna let him in. Provide sanctuary, yeah. I don't see him. And now he has my rifle. Huvishka is in my camp. Anyways, we've arrived in Bajlo. He has raised an army. A dissolution war! What? Ah, it's because he's Turco-Heptalite, that's why. Amir al-Abbas Zik Dawood's is leading a rebellion to dissolve the Samanid realm. And if this succeeds, I mean, then this would make the realm completely collapse, first of all. And this would make it easier for possibly Dhakh to convince the local rulers to be a little less harsher on the local populace, especially Shughnan. And if he can't convince them, maybe he might have to coerce them through other means. And if there's one way to ensure the stability of the region for the local Buddhists, it is settling boundary disputes in the city of Khwarazmian. Solve anything if I put my mind to it. Alright. We were successful in that. Ah, before I left, I should have gotten my things. Anyways. Sogdian Caravaneers. Preservative box. You know what? Oh! Asa is willing to join my camp. Donation to the Mahabodhi. Huh, this character recently made a humble donation to the Mahabodhi Temple complex in Bodh Gaya. The funds will help the monastics who live there in their efforts to maintain the place and support the pilgrims who come there. She was once married to a mayor in Sakaland, okay, near the Bamiyan Buddhas, and due to that she has acquired a good amount of wealth for herself. She's brave, arrogant, and patient. She is a mastermind philosopher. Yes! Absolutely. I owe you this for failing you. Please come to my court. I don't want you to be my stooge. No, do not be my stooge. Asa and Huvishka have become friends. Let's encourage it. And I think the dissolution war ended because yet another ruler was installed. I think it's probably about time that we get married. As a show of our commitment to the Mahayana faithful, I think it's only right that we get married to Asa. She actually really likes me. It is about time we get married. We need to find someone, and I think Asa is the right one for us. It's not uncommon to hear rumors swirling around this, or indeed any camp. Salacious notions and whispers of scandals can pass many a long evening after all. Sometimes they're even true. This week's relate to Tanaz, who has supposedly lost small sums of money several times of late. At least a few people claim to have seen a figure lurking near her tent, deliberately targeting the woman. Huh? Not a kind thing for people to spout purely for entertainment, but then scuttlebutt rarely is. Let's investigate. Huh. A simple trap is all it takes to catch Lawangin in the act. Have Tanaz conspicuously leave her tent entrance open, coins piled neatly on a stool inside. After a minute to make sure Tanaz would not immediately return, the thief slunk from his hiding spot nearby, only to turn around and find me stood there, arms folded. I swear it's not what it looks like. I've simply been playing a joke on Tanaz, he cries. An audible scoff from the returning Tanaz indicates that she doesn't quite see the humor. Man, come on, really? What actually happens here? He gains Skella's baits. A painting is exchanged. He has a payback. Yeah, okay. And I get Truth Hound. Yeah. What the heck is going on? Wait, let me guess. Another dissolution. Oh, the dissolution war has restarted. And this time, the Emir is significantly weaker. You're also losing land to Turks and succession war. Man, so you are in the war attacking the Emir. You're also attacking the Emir for dissolution. This is horrible. Like, this is bad. This realm is just in shambles. Curse done. Oh, Ismail died. Okay. I guess it's good for everyone involved. Oh, it was successful? Oh my god. It's gone. The kingdom of Transoxiana, the Samanid Emirate, has finally been destroyed. And this was the man that did it. And look at that. Huh. Immediately, Sogdia is facing a peasant uprising of the native Mahayana. And, I mean, unfortunately, they'll lose this, but clearly, these people want peace. They want liberation. I think these two counties have just recently converted over. At least Islam has become the majority. There's still a large percentage of Mahayanas in here. Got a dusty weapon. Khwarazmian sword. The peasants have been destroyed. I think Dhakh now has a new calling. And look at that. Amr has died. And now, who do we have ruling the Safarid realm? A half Tibetan Muhammad here. And the rest of the realm has split off from him. Now all this land is ripe for the taking. Anyways, I think now Dhakh has found a new calling. I think he's going to make it his mission to try to free the Buddhists of Vash, try to free the Buddhists of Kutal, and at the very least, remove Sogdia from rule. Clearly, he cannot be convinced through diplomacy. Not only that, but we do inhabit a very, very unstable region. So now I think we're going to get ourselves, I think he's going to hire a private military force. And we can get we can actually get Premier Trison, which is interesting. What exactly would, I mean, it makes sense we get Premier Tribesmen, actually. They're better in the mountains, in desert mountains. Not that we're in the desert mountains or mountains, actually. So it won't be too helpful. They're not too good, honestly. They are slightly better than regular light footmen, but themselves are not really good. I think we get light horsemen. I think they'll be a good buffer. We'll go for that. Can we increase their size? We cannot, unfortunately. Let's pay. Let's recruit some. And there we go. We now have a private army to protect us in this turbulent region. Citadel of Alexander. Huh? Known locally as Kala Yarudin, this sprawling citadel was built by the legendary Alexander the Great himself, overlooking the ancient fertile valley of the Hari River. This citadel, like its namesake, is truly a force to be reckoned with. Wow. I did not know this. I guess this was added by, what is it? Something. What is it? Freaking what I have. Medieval arts. That's what it is. Recently, because this was not in here before. At least I don't remember it to be. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe this was actually added in a different update. I don't remember. I don't remember this ever being here. That's really cool, though. Here we go. Let's try to deal with this bandit here. You know what? Do it to the death is not something I want to do, I'm going to be honest. And I failed. Unfortunate. And my dog has passed. Unfortunately. Okay. And the Samanid realm has completely collapsed. Or Safarid realm has completely collapsed. And Huviska just died? Died from thirst? Unfortunate. Sucks to suck, man. I don't know what to tell you. I think now it's time we change our camp purpose. I think we will become swords for hire. This will expand our military opportunities, give us a chance to grow our army, give us a chance to train our army, and then build up a strong enough force to maybe one day, hopefully one day, end Sogdia's reign. And we just gained a bunch of money. Because we lost the reference corpus. Okay. Well, for now, what we will do is we will get another mineralogy veterans. We can get Tarchons, which is really nice. I really like the idea of that. It makes sense. We are Iranian. We're Khwarazmian. And we have access to Tarchons because we are Khwarazmian. Not that we have ever been to Khwarazm. Funnily enough, we've never been there. We weren't even born there. Actually, I'm not even sure. I don't even remember where we were born specifically. I think we were born in Pamir, yeah. So we know nothing about it, but we know about the Tarchons. So, I mean, we have the money. We have the funds. We don't have to pay upkeep for them, so we will hire them. Let's look for something to do. If there's nothing here for us to do, then we will leave and go somewhere else. Justicar, do a passive arms, rescue first subjects. Nothing really helpful to me. Passage of arms. We've really been working with this guy constantly. We've been consistently working with this man. For now, we're not going to do anything with him. It's nothing here for us. Maybe we look for someone to hire us. Let's travel to Nakshab. New send with those contracts. Okay, there's a lot going on over here. What's this? Okay, this is the war. It's a mercenary contract requiring you to aid more. It's losing. Yeah, I don't want to fight that because that's mountains, and I'm sure there's an army sitting there just right in their capital. It would be a lost cause for us. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do any of these. I don't want to help you in your war. Fight corruption, huh? There's at least something for us to do in Khwarazm. Well, we go over there and help out the local rulers in Khwarazm and finally actually step foot in Khwarazm for the first time in our life. Careless ruler. The ruler of this county abandoned it in times of need. Harsh rules still harassed merchants. Locals pacified, yeah. When we arrive at Garganj, I'm quick to round up the worst of the rebel rousers and demand they explain themselves. Goldbahar, a peasant of some reputation, speaks for the rest. Wow, it's such low control here. Thieves' guilds, the Bad River, harsh rule. Really? We fear for the safety of our children. It's Khwarazm Shah Erek's duty to protect us, but he is only concerned with controlling us. If his fine swords won't be cutting down the blasted outlaws, my people will pledge their children's lives to their own scythes, flails, and arrows. I came here assuming I was just dealing with some criminals, some thieves, just helping the local ruler in the realm just deal with corruption, and hopefully as I help him, he can continue to rule the realm as justly and as gracefully as possible. Then I come here and see that it's just the peasants trying to defend themselves. They're taking matters into their own hands. This is just like Utal. Just like Sogand. I cannot stand for this manner of justice. I cannot. This isn't right. Word reaches me. My support for the common people's concerns has riled them to action. The hardy folk gather in proud bands, cheering my name and rattling improvised weapons, ready for an uprising. Unfortunately, this news has come also to Vali Burz Gardaman. Who are you? Oh, okay. Oh, I guess you are the marshal. Okay. I thought we had an agreement that you were rounding up those fools to give them a fright, not by Allah to weep at the plight of those knaves. And now what? You shall join the commoners' revolt? They're actually on their own, so I can just leave them. But make them more rowdy, so they can get very, very upset. Devon is already harsh rule here. The locals have already been pacified, so there's clearly already been some sort of revolt. Rights for the peasants. You start a war with Khwarazm Shah Iraq II with the peasant uprising Kasbala. You gain the trait peasant leader. Peasants in every county will raise as levies and join your side. Travelers rerouted to home. My prowess and intrigue challenge against Vali Burz, so I may imprison him. We will not go to war, but we will rile up the peasants and leave. This is not what I was here for. I was here to fight corruption, assumingly against bandits and local thieves, not just the lowly peasants who are trying to defend themselves. We will go. We'll leave. What does it get, actually? Peasant outcry. Okay, well. Peasants voicing their concerns and their foreign influence in this county. And you guys want to get married? Sure, go ahead. Unsafe highways, construction slowdown, cooperative guilds, harsh rule once again. Popular opinion is horrible. Over 25 years in debt. What has happened to you? Declared war. Hindered from declaring war. You lost a war. Samanid ruler. He really likes me. I'm more neutral to him. The local population here. They're Zoroastrians. Sogdians. Let's try again and see. And see what we are here to do. Hopefully this time, we are here to deal with actual thieves and bandits and actual criminals and not the lowly peasants. There's not a place to be ruled over, but Bunjiketsha Jahandar does so unjustly with chaos rife in the land. While we can hardly hold on to what's ours, still, he drives us to labor for him like workhorses. We toil without any promise of safety from war, maladies, and the like. We're going through this again. You know what? I cannot stand for this. I was actually looking at Zoroastrian. What's Oshrushana? Yeah, also horrible control and harsh rule. I mean, what are we doing, people? Hello? What are we doing here? Come on, guys. Let's make haste to Zoroastrian now and see what the issue is here. Oh, who are you? Khwarazmian. Wait. Let peasant revolt against... Wait, what? You led a peasant revolt against Muhammad of Khwarazm. Defeated the battle. Lost the battle. You've lost many battles against many different people. You've been around the place. You have experience in warfare, clearly. And you are a peasant leader. You had rebelled against the Africans yourself. Ultimately, you failed. You should join my court. Or my camp. I guess you'll be my stooge, sure. Whatever. Fear for our safety. Once again, it's the same story. I cannot stand for this. We cannot stand for this. And you know what? This time, we will rebel with the peasants. We will try to attempt and take this land for ourselves, for the peasants. This will give us a foothold in a place where we can build up our power and then eventually drive out Sogdia. This is different, right? He didn't do it in Khwarazm. We had the opportunity to rebel with the peasants in Khwarazm. We didn't do it. We didn't take the opportunity. For multiple reasons. One reason was that the local ruler here was rather strong. He wasn't very strong, but he was particularly strong. He had very strong vassals here as well. And he had alliances, and it was in a region where he didn't know. Like Dhakh, of course, he grew up in the Samanid realm. He specifically grew up in Pamir. He was born in Pamir, in the Pamiri Mountains, in, I think, specifically Shughnan, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. He knows this place more. He knows the Sogdians more. He's closer to the Sogdians, even. He doesn't know his supposed homeland, and therefore he would be more of a stranger, despite mostly adhering to the culture on paper. But here, he is more familiar. He's more familiar with the people. He's more familiar with the customs. We will try our luck. Rights for the peasants. And there we go. And, I mean, honestly, they don't stand much of a chance. Can we bring up our units? Yes, we can. And I'm actually leading... Where am I? I can't even lead my units. Because everyone is traveling. Oh, we have to travel back. Okay, that's... Sure. Sure, let's... Yeah, okay. Whatever. We are still technically traveling. Let's wait until we actually get back home. Okay, there we go. Now we can lead this army. We'll absolutely lead the units. We have Crusader Kings. How is that happening? Oh. That'll do it. That'll do it indeed. Wow, this is hideous. All right, let's return back over here. And we're already sieging the capital of Oshrushana. We'll help out this local army in sieging down Panchikans. It's gonna take a while for us to do so. Oh, and there's peasants over here as well? What? Okay. Sure. We'll bring them over. I guess those are the peasants that we also helped out over here, I guess. Wait, does that actually stack? Like, if you did that in realms outside of the realm that you're rebelling against, like if you support the peasants in other realms, do they also join your banner? I never knew that. That's actually really cool if that is how that's intended. I don't know if this is like bugged or something, but if that's how it's intended to work, then that's really cool. The local peasants of Khwarazm have heard of my rebellion against the ruler in Sogdia and have come to assist me. That's actually really awesome. Anyways, oh, there we go. We have taken his son. We've taken the capital. We've taken his son in there. Taken both of his sons, actually. He has no money for us. And we can immediately end the war. So, what do we get? I lose a trade peasant leader. I get populous leader now, which makes it to where I can actually afford my Tarkans. Get veteran adventurer. And so, negative 100% men-at-arms maintenance is insane. Oh, it's not 100%. Okay. This is men-at-arms maintenance. This is army gold maintenance. The other one. And no native culture opinion. No negative opinion of other cultures. All camp buildings will be destroyed. Portion of the cost returned. Standard of Maxakid is destroyed. Oshrushana becomes our new capital. And we get 100 control. People's leader. Loses all sorts of other debuffs. And boom. We enforce our demands. And we once again, well actually, for the first time in our lives, we are ruling. What is happening here? Start travel? Why am I starting my travel? What is going on? Okay, I guess we have to travel over to Oshrushana. Sure. We now are Mir Marzaban? I wouldn't say it's Mir. But now we are ruling. And let's actually first get over here to Oshrushana. I swear I've seen this place in my dream before, Shabazz exclaimed. It looks so familiar. Yes, in my dream, the geography and landscape looked exactly like this. We have been traveling in Bataman for a few hours today, when Shabazz got excited all of a sudden because of this. How wondrous. Continues. This must be a sign. This must have been a sign from Khwarazm the Bog. Huh. This, if that is the case, then truly, this must be a good omen. Truly, we are destined to have ruled here. This is a sign that we are in the right place. We are in the place that Khwarazm the Bog has ordained for us to be in. This is surely a good sign. With that done, now, let's look at the realm real quick. 100% control, 100% popular opinion, or a lot of popular opinion. 100% control and whatnot. Alright, so now we are a ruler of free Oshrushana. We don't actually have the title, right? Yeah, we don't actually have the title itself of the actual duchy. So, right, okay. Now what is the question? Harsh rule? Yes, revoke harsh rule, please. I guess we'll put... What is... I'm sorry, how does this work? I'm confused, okay. What do we have here, actually? We have... Theocratic temple holdings are leased out to the oldest realm priest. Wait, so... But it's temporal for life. There's a point. Oh, we appoint. Okay. We appoint. Yeah. I mean, you already hold it, so we'll appoint you. We could have appointed Shabazz, actually, but he's quite old. And he's a little out of it. So these lands are already Zoroastrian. And I would assume that there's probably a sizable, yes, there is a sizable Muslim population. If you look here, there is definitely a sizable Muslim population. It is in the main city of Oshrushana itself, which makes sense, the main urban. Let's look at our lifestyle. What do we want to do? We've gone learning. We could get scholar. We could go down and finish up to get scholar. We could also go theology. Faith and knowledge. Understanding the divine means understanding the world. Yeah, I think this makes sense. We can go for a theology focus, yeah. Having a close relationship with the divine is definitely in our favor. I mean, clearly, we are doing the divine's work. Khwarazmian should be pleased with us for realizing our destiny, for what he has ordained for us. We've put local mayors here that we should probably put onto the council. As for our spy master, we'll put Farzad there. Marshal, no one else, of course. It's going to be Hazarasp. And you could help us in increasing control there, please. We need to complete the ruling out of the previous administration's officials. What can you do? Collect taxes for us? Can improve development? What's the development tier, actually? It's rather low, but what can you do about it? Yeah, you can collect taxes. Stay on foreign affairs, and you can stay on disrupt schemes. You can continue to stay on religious relations as well. New realm priest, and he's gone. What? What is happening? I'm confused. Oh, I own this now. I don't know why. I'm not sure what's going on. I guess we will make Shabazz the realm priest. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, he 100% endorses me. It's not that they make much money anyways. I still own this. I shouldn't be owning this. What is going on? Straight monk is a theocratic moped. I can't own this. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. Now it's given out. Right, good. Now let's look at our situation here geopolitically. Our immediate neighbors around us are relatively weak, other than Sogdia here, and then there's the Togaids. The Ogas here, who are very, very strong, and definitely very scary. I think the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to worship a Yazata. We are going to dedicate our rule here to Rashnu. Once again, we are, I believe, oh, we're clan? We are a clan government. Okay, so does that mean we can raid? Yes, we can indeed raid. And what are you doing? Who are you? Who's this man? Are you coming to attack me? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay. We can indeed raid, or we could just go out and conquest. We could go raiding though first, and I think that's what we will do. We will first go out and assert our rule by going out and raiding. We will raid Samarkand. Oh, it's too big. Oh, it's unfortunate. I guess I'll have to wait then. I guess I'll have to wait for my levies to replenish. I'm not making a lot of money, which is definitely quite problematic. Focus on improving the lots of my peasants. This would put me into debt. But, yeah, this is my mission. Today, an interesting thought occurred to me. If my life was simply a bard's tale, what kind of story would it be? I wonder. Romance, satire, epic, or an allegory? Surely, it would be an epic. This morning, as I was preparing to leave our bedroom to ride my trusty mare around the neighborhood of my holding, Asa, still undressed, placed her arms around my torso and whispered in my ear, my palaces were in need of a significant renewal in terms of luxuries. I know for a fact that this is a dead horse, often beaten by my spouse, but this time she enlisted all remotely influent people in my realm to support her request. According by the deft political move of my spouse, I am now pressed to give a definite answer. Really? Besides the displayed effects below, by picking this option, every adult vassal, courtier, and guest will increase opinion about the ruler. No way to throw gold away like that. Do I give in? I mean, we just started ruling. Hello? We can't allocate the funds to luxuries of the palace. This is ridiculous. I rule for the peasants. No one else. We still haven't had a child after so many years of marriage. I feel like I should get a concubine. Because there's a good chance that she might be infertile. Gobahar here is a follower, a peasant leader as well. Who are you? You look familiar. I don't actually remember where you came from. I think maybe from Khwarazm? When I was in Khwarazm, maybe? I don't remember, but yeah. I'm a concubine. I need desperately an heir. My levies have finally been replenished. We can now go out and raid. First, we will go west to raid Samarkand. What do you mean, truce agreement? Oh, the Iranian amendment. So, pain. Okay. Sure. Wait, wait, what? I don't have a truce with you. Oh, I guess he was ruling when the, oh wait, weren't you a ruler, maybe? I don't know. He was ruling when the intermezzo ended, right? So that's why we have a truce with him. Yeah, he doesn't have a truce with anyone. Okay, right, so we can't raid those guys then, unfortunately. We can raid these guys. Nope, no we cannot. We could go into Shughgan's round, but let's not provoke him yet. He's still stronger than us, so would not be good. We can't raid you. We can raid Fergana, I believe. Yes, we can indeed raid Fergana, so let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully he doesn't have like a bunch of allies sit around somewhere who would attack us. That is less than ideal. Maybe let's... Actually, it's just a bunch of levies. And then some archers, actually. I might be able to win this. It is in the hills, though. This guy's probably going to win, honestly. I'm going to turn around and just see what happens. And, okay. And that's my cue to go ahead and raid. They have been absolutely stack wiped. They have been fully stack wiped. This guy's about to die. Assad has died. New ruler here. Quimars. The settlement of Sutkend, an important stronghold in Greater Sutkend, has fallen to my raiders. We have the run of vast tracts of land and many of the quivering subjects and shining treasures of Sutkend Shah Jawid to choose from. The troops stand ready, awaiting my command to give them direction. Bring me bounties, plunder. Shughnan seems to be getting attacked by the Khwarazmians once again. Or the Khwarazmians are expanding once again, I should say. Hazarasp wants to write about warfare. I would like to fund you eventually, but for now, I have other things I must spend my money on. I've gained the nickname The Handsome. I can get used to this name. Yutsubar Togai here. For sure the strongest nomad in the region. Unfortunately, we have no way of stopping him from attacking us if he wanted to. If he wanted to take our lands, he absolutely could. So I think we're going to do the best option here to just ensure that we aren't attacked by him. We will become a tributary of him, and we can focus our attention elsewhere. It's in the proposal, and we are now his tributary. Sheikh Kuzil has initiated persecution of the remaining Manichaeans in his lands. Katumbula, a leader of this beleaguered faith, now seeks me out, carrying a large pile of dusty books. Great Bunjiket Shah, he says. My faith is an old one, a contender to Christianity while it was still young. We possess much knowledge about this fallen world of matter, and even some humble insight into the higher world of light. Some of our compatriots have already settled in Oshrushana. Might you allow my followers to do so too? In return, I can stay and serve you, and share with you this treasure trove of knowledge from our ancient libraries in Baghdad and Ctesiphon before its fall. Who is Kozo? You are... okay. The Manichaeans. Where is your religion mostly associated? It's mostly still in the east, most strongly in the east. The Uyghurs ruled here are Manichaean. I think they are the only Manichaean actual rulers. Actually, there are some over here. Your faith is rather small, but there are, I think, some. There's some in my realm, yeah. There's some in my realm. Yeah, I gladly accept their proposal. Gain rare books. Oshrushana gains Gnostic fervor, and he joins my court. Gladly. For many months, the clerics of my realm have been attempting to lobby me and other members of my dynasty to see to their request to have a more prominent role in the affairs of the country. At last, they were able to politically corner me to decide on the matter. My answer will have a significant impact over different political angles. I mean, yeah, I will absolutely support the clerics. Oof, yikes. No. I would definitely absolutely support the clerics. Support the clerics and let them decide many items of the agenda of your realm. Your skills are compromised while your piety soars. Yeah, sure, go for it. Meanwhile, Sogdia here, still ruling, and still harsh rule, despite the control being at maximum. Still have harsh rule over here. Oh, Farzad has died, unfortunately. We need a new steward? Sure. Allow him to be our steward. Alright, let's go and raid Khujand here. See if we can actually do so. I mean, we could raid Oshrushana here. Oh. What happened to your army? Your army seems to have disappeared. I mean, I would take this definitely as an opportunity to raid Sujand. Seems like they might be having a battle. Oh no, they got an army back. It's gonna take us a long time to raid, and he's gonna have his allies, right? No, you have your ally there. Your ally won't become hostile to me, right? I'm not sure though. This is definitely a risk, and it's a risk I'm not willing to take, honestly. I should be leading. We'll go for Khujand instead. It's definitely a much safer bet. They are bringing up their army. They do have archers, which is fine because we counter them. And now we can become a scholar. Nice. Do we want to switch now that we've become a scholar? We can't switch, right? Oh, we can. I feel like we should probably go down one of these. Diplomacy or martial, I guess. Let's do heads or tails here. We can either go into diplomacy or martial. Either or. I'll say heads is martial and tails is diplomacy. We got heads. Heads. Martial it is. Okay. What exactly do we want to do here? Maybe authority? No. Chivalry, strategy. I think chivalry. Victory comes not through blood or gold, but honor. They are coming for me. They do have a very good martial, but we are actually stronger. I mean, we might win this if they want to attack us. They are attacking us. We have all the advantages as long as we get a good dice roll. Yep, we do win. In our first official battle, we have won. Light horsemen did wonders against their bowmen. And maybe this allows us to go even deeper, but probably not because... Oh, wow, they've been attacked now because of that retaliation war. Yikes. We can't really go much deeper, though, because of the attrition, because we don't border these lands, so we can't... We'll just take a bunch of attrition. I mean, we could go a little bit further. Maybe. Maybe we could go for the capital. We would eat a lot of attrition, though, and I don't want to do that. We'll go for Varuk instead. It looks like Sogdia is losing, apparently. This is surprising. We do still have the chance to raid him, but I still don't want to take that chance. We could raid Nakshab, actually. Wow, we could absolutely raid them. Yeah, we can go through here. Yes, okay. We can go raid Nakshab. They have a lot of riches. I don't know what happened to their army. They must have gotten destroyed from raiding. Let's max out our light horsemen now. And let's return home. Shabazz has died. Shabazz is finally out of court chaplain, and we have nothing. We have no one actually to take its place, unfortunately. We can maybe recruit for a core position. Let's do that. So let's recruit for a physician, maybe, and we could probably make that person our... Huh. Touch for gonna... Is it... Do we have... Only men? Unfortunately, these are all women. Haha. Okay. Some time now. It has been mentioned across several meetings in different places of the realm about the need to enact significant justice reforms in order to pave the way for a smoother trade environment and better overall security in the provinces. If at start I didn't commit myself with this line of thought, fearful of the potential drain my coffers could suffer, lately I started creating the expectation this reform would go for, that this reform would go forward. Now in a close collaboration between my council and my vassals, a proper document with full expenses calculated is on the table, and everybody is looking at me to sign it. Gain control, gain legitimacy. Not that we need it. Refuse to sign it, we'll just lose legitimacy. We'll sign it. You implement the measures, and on top of the displayed effects, all your vassals also increase control in their holdings while becoming impressed with your behavior. I don't have any vassals, but thank you. Actually, I do. I do have vassals. I need people to... I need people. Help, please. Sogdia has lost the war against the Khwarani. That is surprising. Okay. So strong allies. Okay. This is becoming problematic, and I think I know exactly what the issue is. I feel as if I might just be infertile. Let's try something here. Let's try to seduce my wife. See if that works. If we can lay with each other. But oh, she's sterile. She's actually barren. Okay, I guess let's not do it then. She's actually barren. I see. That makes sense. I understand now. I'm in full understanding of the situation. Why can't I seduce you? It's not attracted to men. Okay, so that is indeed a problem, I would say. Some would say a very big problem. I might need to forge an heir, but I don't have... I need the golds. 75 if I'm accounts. I don't have the golds. Oh no. Oh no, indeed. Not ideal. Invoke harsh rule. I don't have harsh rule, but okay. I can't really attack anyone. Actually, I can. I'm a paragon of virtue. Well, that's nice. Rudiclar and suzerain. I don't really care. What could we do? I can't do anything. I can't attack anyone, right? Wait, I can attack you? Wait, how? Wait, what? Wait, I don't have a truce with you. What? Wait. What? It's a retaliation war. I mean, I think I have to attack Fergana, right? I have to expand, surely. We could do Holy War. The Al-Quraishi Bedouins. Right. That alliance makes so much sense. You know what? Actually, that makes so much sense. I'm not even going to question that. Sure. Nasir Khusra has appeared. Good for them. Has nothing to do with me. I cannot do anything at all. Unfortunately. I don't have a truce with you, but... Can't really attack you. I don't border you. Queen Mars has died. Oh, well, there goes that alliance. Yeah. I have to. Ooh, you're actually really good, but... You have some money, you can... I have to... This is my chance, right? This is my chance to attack Fergana. To expand into Fergana. Very low control, but I think economically, probably doing quite good, yeah. Doing okay, I guess. Let's try it. Let's go for Holy War for the Duchy of Fergana. And boom. Here we go. We'll lead our troops. And I probably should have you on train commanders. Okay, we can siege these down. Okay, I was actually a bit scared that I couldn't, but we can indeed siege these down. Demand courtier. Oh no. 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 Absolutely not. Refuse. My counselor's died. My mayor has died. A new chancellor. All right, you will take his place. Martial lifestyle. Let's see. Stalwart leader. Sure. How about that? Commander promoted. Can he be my chaplain? Maybe. Giamut Lishan. Sure. You may join. And actually, let's get him in the army. I could make him... he's zealous. So, I guess I could make him... my Mobed. I don't think he's in the army anymore. No, yeah. But at least we have someone to take care of religious matters of the realm. Oh, man. This is not good. I'm apparently at war with Sogdia? How did this happen? Ah, he joined because he's zealous. Yes, I forgot. Yes, that's how that works. That is indeed how that works. He's probably going all the way around like that because I haven't seen him come through here. Well, honestly, he's not too strong. Let's go for the capital and hopefully end this war. Let's actually find... okay, the plague is gone. Let's find where this army went. That's the most important thing. Where did this army go? Ooh, okay. I'm not sure where they went. They've left. Alright, in the meantime, I will be taking the capital of Fergana, and hopefully this will end the war. The next, I need to worry about getting an heir. Ooh, here he is! Okay. Do we sit and siege this? I think they might be coming for me. Wow, 30 and 33 is not ideal, I would say. Do we retreat? Do we retreat and fight in more advantageous lands? They have light horsemen. You guys don't have nothing. So let's see. Actually, let's see what they do. Okay, they're gonna pass by, so they're not going to attack us. They must be scared. That's good. We'll just take the capital then. Tarantai has died. We'll see what happens to his realm later. Okay, there we go. That ends the war. And we don't even have to fight them. But we could, though. You will probably lose. There's just no disadvantage or advantage. Just that we'll probably lose. Okay, well, at the very least, we can end this war. But now I know, I have seen firsthand that Sogdia has joined to defend him. And he becomes an adventurer. He becomes a rival. But we've taken all of Fergana, and we're pluralists. Yeah, we're pluralist. So his vassals remain. We now do have vassals, which is something we gotta deal with. We don't have tax collectors. Well, okay, this is something we gotta deal with now. Vassal management. They don't seem to hate me, actually. At least this guy, Bahram. He's actually pretty good. He doesn't seem to hate me. He does want to see to my council, which he is deserving of. I will make him my spy master because he is most qualified for such things. Actually, I'm not sure. You're sick, but do I trust him? Should I trust him? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll make him the steward. We'll make him the steward. Sure. And immediate independence faction. Let's not worry about that. This child is guardianless. I mean, I'm not educating anyone, so I might as well educate this child. Discussing the matter with my counselors, I'm thinking about an idea as of late in order to dramatically increase the number of levies available in the Marsbanat of Fergana. By using my martial skills, I will be promoting and enticing the peasants of the county to enlist the muster rolls. Of course, in case of failure, I will face a prestige hit, as I will look poorly, but nothing comes free in this life. Support the plan on your learning. Yeah. Let's go for it. Sure. What is the best land here? I'm not sure. Economically, it looks like Khojant because it's developed. Actually has buildings in it. So we'll give Oxikath away. No one important. And I think I'll give it to someone in my realm. Maybe a knight, actually. You know, I will give it to a knight. Naswaran, who fought in my battles. You know what? I will give it to Hazarasp. Of course. Who else but Hazarasp? You deserve it. You deserve Fergana itself. There we go. We need a tax collector. And I think Katambula we'll put here. as the tax collector. He was my steward initially. He'll be my tax collector now. And as for the tax decree, what is Deccan? We could do Deccan. Persian magnates with an ancient decentralized tax collection system. The Deccans closely manage their lands to promote productivity and their own prestige. If I get more prestige, I gain liege per vassal, so I gain legitimacy per vassal. And it's just overall better than basic taxes. So yeah, let's do that. I don't think there's anything else I want to do. We're not going to do Zakats. Yeah, let's go for the special one, Deccan. Sure. Get a little bit extra out of our vassals. Oh, he's died, and who's the land gone to? And... oh. Okay, well, that's not good. That's not good at all. Success, military synergy. My attempt to improve the Marsmanat of Fergana has been a success, and I can now reap the rewards. Great news for the population there, and for me, of course. You could levy size plus 50%. Well, that'll only help Hazarasp. I need to resolve the matter of succession. I still do not have an heir. This is really bad. This is super duper bad, I'd say. I don't have an heir. I can't, like, marry anyone. My wife is still here. I can't marry anyone. I can't get any concubines. This is really bad. We can't actually do anything to him right now because... oh, first we want to eliminate Crown Authority, and we also have a truce with him. He is going to be a pain in our ass. That is for sure. Tahir has died. It's fine. Turantai has died as well. His son Kamal has inherited. Still Tengri. So that's that. You learned of Marsman Hazarasp lover's secret. Yikes. Who was your lover? I'm not gonna worry about it. I didn't see anything. I did not see anything at all. Let's go and raid Nakshab once again. Actually, can we raid these guys? We can. We were already going through here anyway, so we might as well. Oh, can I not raid it? Well, dang. I guess I can't raid it, unfortunately. I just wasted all that. All those units. We're 49 years old. It's not looking good for us. I think we have to forge a child. We have to forge an heir. Unfortunately, we have to stoop to this level, but we can't father a child ourselves. We can't sire a child ourselves, so we must find one. Be like a male heir and desperate as you are to continue your bloodline, you may attempt to recruit someone to be your recognized bastard. Attempt to find a newborn, attempt to find a child, attempt to find a young adult. A young adult comes with the full package of education traits, predefined. Given the suited conditions where you'll find one, his morals will be questionable, and he might come with some unsavory extra trait or two. You're born to perfect kindness, but given the destitute conditions where you find, you could be sickly and risk an early death in the Dark Ages. Let's find a child, because I'm getting pretty old. I don't think I can really father a newborn. Let's try to find a child. Our Suzerain Togai has died, finally. His heir Sultuk is actually quite strong. I inherited Avragia? What? Oh. Okay. Can my wife help me rule this? No. I guess I have to give it out to someone. How about... we'll give it to a local Sogdian, whoever that may be. Oh god, I failed. Oh god, I failed. I need, like, something. I need, like, courtiers, but I can't find any courtiers. Is divorcing not allowed? Can I not divorce? Must be approved. By whom exactly? Oh, so we can't divorce because there's no... okay, right. I need to raid more. I have to raid more. I have to raid more. I need money in order to get an heir. Hopefully I can maybe capture some woman, some unmarried woman. Please. Someone, please. Okay, we captured some people. Wait. Oh my god, we captured him. Oh, she's married and she's sterile. It doesn't matter. Any other women we captured unmarried? Oh. Well, I mean, you're gonna give me a lot of money, actually, so that's something. That's a V at least. You will not accept, you will not accept. So, like, what's the point, right? Why are you married, then? Give her to me, then. I want to be married to her. This is stressful. This is actually stressful. This is out of desperation. We are pillaging and raiding out of desperation. I'm not in a good spot. I'll ransom him now. And he doesn't even want his wives. So, like... So then let me, please, have your wife. I would like to recruit your wife. Can I have your wife? You don't want her, clearly. She's a Bene Druid. The daughter of Sogdia? I'm not going to demand her conversion. But we're going to cook her and recruit her. Can I, like, steal her as a concubine? Maybe. Seduce her, romance her. I can't steal her. Oh, God. But I might be able to romance her. Oh, God, I'm still learning East Iranian. Oh, this is out of desperation. And this is Sogdia's daughter. Imagine. I mean, look. I love my wife. I really do. I don't really like my concubine. She hasn't got me any children. Imagine I romance the daughter of Sogdia, and then I will announce that child as my heir. Yes. I mean, this is out of desperation. I must do this. We're gonna do it. I gotta do it. Maybe seducing was better, but whatever. 39% chance. We'll write a love poem. Okay. Maybe seducing would have been better. 39% chance. Yeah. Sadistic dislikes just. Paranoid. Okay. Well, let's try. Inspired moderation. Reaching temperate. Okay. Fair enough. I'm still sitting here doing nothing. I don't know what's going on there. We could go actually attack his army, which is just a bunch of levies. I'm gonna go attack his army? I mean, do I do that? Oh my god, I did not mean to... okay, maybe I won't do that anymore. No, I'm still going for it. I'm going for Nakshab. Screw it. I'll still win. I'll still beat him. Doesn't matter. There we go. And we can't raid it, can we? Someone's plotting against me. Someone's trying to seduce me. Excuse me? I foiled my plans again to try to take this. Why can't I raid it? I'm actually very confused. Why can't I raid this? We'll leave then. We'll just leave. It might be because I don't border. I don't know. Oh. I mean, I'll lay with you, but you're sterile. I mean, you're sterile. You're too old. You can't give me a child. We'll see what happens with this romance scheme. If it doesn't work, then we will try to forge an heir once again. If it works and we lay with her and I'm impotent, well, that doesn't help anything. Okay, so what's going on? So it's not true. Persuade. Oh god, of course you're trying to stop me. Wait, why is it at 24% chance now? What in the world happened? Oh, you're no longer in my court. No. Come back. Yes. I need to use a hook on her. I need her back in my court. Is that why it's so low? Yes, that was why. Please, stay here. I need you in my court. You do not understand my goals. You do not understand my ways, but I need you here, please. The fate of the entire world hangs in the balance. I did it! I did it! I lay with her, please. Please. Please become pregnant. Please. Schemer discovered. You were trying to kill... Why? Do you hate each other? No. Why are you trying to... Oh, you're zealous. Oh my god. Okay, whatever. Zoroastrian uprising in Delam. Do you know what? I'm still gonna forge an heir again. We're gonna try. This is based off intrigue skill. So, I'm gonna have my wife help me out. I have 9 intrigue. Let's see if this works. We just need to keep trying, honestly. And then let's go for a child again. Let's try to find a child. Ah, Nasser has figured it out. Unfortunate. Unborn child will be known to have been conceived outside of wedlock. Wait, is she? Oh. Oh my god. Look. It was all worth it. It doesn't matter. I will finally have a child. It's unfaithful. It stops being. I cannot deny my feelings for Najila. Honestly. I don't know. Yes, I will give up. Look, I only did this for the child. I didn't really care about her, honestly. We now have a feud with the Samanids. Okay. And I'm sure this guy doesn't like me either. Well, I mean, even though that was his daughter, he still doesn't really care. Fair enough, I guess. Yeah. Well, that's something. It doesn't matter. As long as we have a child and as long as it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what the child is. It's just I just have a child, please. I just need a child. Okay. An attempt on my life. Hello? You tried to kill me. My retinue and I are traveling through the back streets of Oshrushana when a blood-curdling scream cuts through our ranks. Seemingly from nowhere, we are accosted by a band of rogues. Their assault is ferocious, but not compared to the fury of my guards, and we surge out to meet them. A vicious melee ensues, with the cutthroats clearly targeting me most of all. Only a fool wouldn't recognize this for an assassination attempt. Not only did the assassination fail, but the clumsy trail of evidence left behind leads straight to its mastermind, Wali Azarks. Is our truce up? Our truce is up with him, I think. We gotta get rid of him. I'll make him regret this, for sure. Wow. We got a lot of enemies. The Samanids hate us. And this guy also hates us because he did take his land. He is also a Samanid. And we need to make an example out of him. Just plain and simple. He's got allies. He's allied. Oh, he's allied to all wrong. Ah, man. Don't join the war against me. Look. If you rebel against me, it is what it is. We have to deal with him right now. We're going to imprison him. He's not going to accept. And there it is. Okay. We will attack. Unfortunately, Arong also joined as well. But was it his choice? He is still under a regency, to be fair. We shall have battle? No? Can we catch them? We cannot. And I'd rather... Oh, those are planes? Okay. Army commander. I didn't expect those to be planes. But alright. Do we take this battle? I think... Oh, wow. My knights are very, very bad. We have a better commander. No, we don't. We'll let them go for now. We want to catch them... Expectations. That's what it means to be a guardian. Sure was grateful. You're always there for me, and I hope you know that I am grateful. My lord, while the wrong approach me in a rare moment of contemplation. It's unfortunate that he is at war with me. He joined the war against me, but I mean, he does have an alliance to fulfill. He's married to a Samanid. He's married to his daughter. I mean, he is fulfilling his alliance. It is the right thing. Success. Oh my god, I found a child. Okay. Yikes. Wheezing, dull, delicate. Oh, God. Okay, well, I will educate you. I cannot believe this. Okay, I actually got a child. I actually got a son from Najila. I mean, it's my son. Absolutely. It is 100% my child. Let's name him Maxak. Yes. Can you come to my court? Yes, please come to my court. You are my child. You are my son. I wish I could make him my heir. Darn. I could choose him as my favorite. Well, anyways, let's finish this war first. Alright, we've taken on Dijon. Let's go back and defend our capital. Let's see what can happen. And we got a good roll, a really good roll, and stack wiped. We won't siege down Aurang's realm. He doesn't deserve it. He was only fulfilling an alliance, fulfilling an oath. Someone is planning to kill my son. Ah, God, I could only imagine who that could be. Not good. Not good. This is horrible. This is bad. This is very bad. It's no good. Very bad. It's actually pretty secrets. Let's do, for now, so we can figure this out. Let's do bounties for whispers, I think. Yeah. Bounties for whispers. We must find out who is behind this. Raids in my borderlands were reported recently. The rascals were seen by witnesses to retreat inside the lands of Bay Sabian of the Avars. The damage was minor, but nevertheless there is nothing to celebrate. Quite the contrary. Maybe it is time for payback. The Avars are here. Hello? It's you. Huh, there's Avars here. They've migrated from the Pannonian Basin. There we go. Siege 1. And did I just see that? Shogun died. Huh. Died of heart failure. Anyways, we finished our civil war. Yeah, we just go to another rival. Yeah, I need to take his lands away. And in order for me to do that, I need to increase my crown authority. As for Aurang, he will simply just get a slap on the wrist. I'll just ransom you, go about your day, and I may even pardon you in the future. As for Azarksh, he will have a significantly worse fate. First of all, we will revoke his title, take all of his lands, and finally, he will be burnt at the stake. I'll give this away to a local Sogdian. There you go. And I can hold the rest of this land. We'll have you do that. And I think we're good now on that front. Okay. Alright. You know what? Now that we finally have some heirs, not sure how they're going to turn out, but now that we finally have them, now that we finally have a lineage, I think I'm going to end this first episode here of this roleplay series. We've gone 69 years. Nice. So far, what did we experience? We experienced a lot, actually. First started off as Maxak. We started off as the ruler of Khiva. We got our lands taken away by the local African ruler. We wandered around a bit, here and there, mostly staying in Sogdia, in the Samanid realm. There's much turmoil and uncertainty, so then eventually we retreated into the Pamiri Mountains, where eventually we were married. We got married to Daria, and where Dhakh was born. Dhakh was born in Shughnan. If I remember correctly, he was born somewhere here in the Pamiri Mountains. Then a year later, after Dhakh was born, Maxak dies, defending the camp in his last act of bravery. And then essentially it was just Dhakh and Daria all alone. Daria was the only one taking care of him, while as well battling typhus most of his childhood. Eventually he was left alone completely as an adult. Shortly after he became an adult, his mother died. And then we wandered some more. We made some great scholarly works. We traveled far and wide. We traveled to Tibet, traveled through northwestern India here. We traveled even to Afghanistan here. or Zabulistan, if you will. Then eventually we got word from the Buddhists of Kutal here, specifically, who were facing harsh terms and harsh conversions by the local ruler, Shughnan here, and his mufti. We made it our goal to at least remove him. We failed in doing that. He was removed naturally by natural causes. We failed to do that, but eventually, through our endeavors, we eventually became rulers of Oshrushana due to being fed up with the local rule here. We came here expecting to fight bandits and thieves and just lowly criminals, but instead it turned out that it was just harshly ruled by a tyrant. So we took up arms with the peasants and we became their ruler. And then for the last decade or so, we had a crisis of trying to find an heir. We tried to forge an heir one time, it failed. Second time, we got a lover. We became lovers with Najila here, the wife of Nasser, who is a Samanid. We got found out, but eventually we did get a child from her, and then we also did find a forged heir at the same time. So, yeah. That's interesting. We can't do any disinheritance at all. That is not in the book, so we'll see what happens with these two. I personally would prefer Maxak here to be my heir, because of course he is actually of my blood. But we did find P.2 here first. So, who knows? We'll see. We might actually change his name as well. But anyways, tell me in the comments what you think I should do going forward. I have some plans. I think maybe I want to change my house sigil. I feel like I want to change it to something that is more related to Dhakh specifically. Maybe something to do with justice, maybe his rule, maybe something that can solidify his family as just rulers of Sogdia, maybe even something related to the Yazata of Rashnu. Maybe if there is a scale we could put there. Who knows? Might change that. Give me your thoughts on what you think about this first episode. Give me your thoughts on what you think I should do with these two sons of mine. And yeah, where should we go from here? Anyways, I hope you did enjoy. I honestly very, very much enjoyed this. A lot more than I probably would if I were playing this a bit differently. But anyways, it's been Alton, signing out. See ya.